What's poppin', T-Subs and Squad? So listen, earlier this week I gave you guys a tea talk about how Toni Braxton sent a subliminal message to David. Well, it wasn't subliminal. How she was calling him a weasel and a ferret, and how he needs to leave her and her family alone. Well, a couple of days ago, was it a couple of days ago or was it just yesterday? One of the two. And this came from All About the Tea. And it says here that Tamar Braxton defends woman beater ex David Adefeso. Now, I don't know nothing about this man being a woman beater, so I don't want to put that on that man. I ain't heard nothing about him beating nobody ass. So I'm just going to leave that out. I haven't heard that. I ain't saying that he did it before y'all, because I can see you. I got time for you fact checkers. I didn't hear it. So that's the reason why I'm saying I'm not. I'm just saying what the people wrote. The people call him a woman beater, and that's what I read. So I'm going to read to you all the article that was written, and then we about to get to the meat and potatoes of this bull crap that Tamar done found herself in yet again, because she don't know how to be a real damn woman and stand up for herself and her family, which is why her family has such a goddamn issue with her. So Tamar Braxton is coming to the defense of her estranged / ex-boyfriend David Adefeso after Tamar's older sister Toni Braxton and Tawanda Braxton called David out on social media. Other family members have also come forward in defense of Tamar, but now the 43-year-old is asking her family to back and give her and her healing 50 feet. As reported, living legend Toni Braxton shocked fans and her family on Monday, October 12th, when she posted a warning to David Adefeso on Instagram. "David, you weasel, you ferret," she wrote in a meme. "You are beyond contempt. Once again, do not include my children in your shenanigans. Please leave my family alone." Toni and Tamar's sister Tawanda backed up her big sis, commenting, "He's so whack, such a loser boy," under Toni's post. 4 hours later, Tamar Braxton hopped on Twitter and cryptically tweeted, "Nobody wins when the family feuds," accompanied with a red broken heart emoji. The following day, October 13th, Tamar went back on Twitter and left a voice note for not only her fans, but for her sisters and anyone else who's been saying bad things about her ex-boo, David. Woo, okay, so today is a lot. Tamar began before going on thanking her family for all of a sudden speaking up for her. She then explained that she felt compelled to step in, clear some things up, and do the right thing by defending David. It's expected when you're going through a breakup for families, to choose a side and have things to say. It's never positive. And I know nobody agrees with what David said on his live. I don't agree with what he said, but I do feel compelled to say that it wasn't a terrible relationship. David was an amazing partner to me. He was an amazing stepdad to Logan. He wasn't a clout chaser. He wasn't trying to be on TV. He did everything on TV and showed up for me because I asked him to. And I don't feel like the majority of the things that are being said is warranted, because what I went through this summer was very traumatic for both of us. And he was there for me every step of the way, even when most people were not. The people that I thought was going to show up did not show up. He showed up. And that's why I feel so compelled to say something now, because as much as I understand everybody dragging him through the mud and saying what they need to say because of what he said on his live, the other part is still present too. Tamar made it clear that she wasn't speaking up for David as a way to get back with him. And this is not me trying to get back with David or we working things out, because we're not, she said. I haven't talked to him or seen him since August 30th. Just me on my journey. I just really want to do things. I really want to do the right thing. And I'm sorry if I look ridiculous trying to do the right thing, but I just wanted to say that. Tamar ended the over 2-minute video asking all parties involved to give her privacy and her time of healing. Unfortunately, this is a situation where nobody wins, she said. We're in a legal dispute and things are blown out of proportion, and I just feel bad for everybody, including myself. So I would just really like to heal privately and be able to tell my story when I feel the need to tell my story. Everybody involved, thank you. I love you, but I would like to heal in private. And that was basically what she had to say. Now let me take a swig of my water, child. I totally get where Tamar is coming from, okay? This is traumatic for her. She punched this man in the face. He claiming he did something to her first. They're going through legal things. She has this show that's out. Plus, she's a mom and all that. And then she's dealing with stuff with Vincent, I'm sure. With Vince, I mean. Or Vincent, whatever you want to call him, child. You know, she's dealing with the breakdown of her family, and her sisters don't halfway fool with her. I don't even think Miss Evelyn halfway fool with her, because none of them even wanted to come down to her house for Thanksgiving, honey. So I totally get Tamar just trying to be like, look, y'all, I get it, but I'm going through a lot. But Tamar, this is my whole thing, though. This is yet still another time where you're taking up for David, and David has yet to take up for you. And that's just how I honestly feel. I do feel like David is a clout chaser. I do feel like David is using you for whatever it is that David needs to use you for. You're bringing up and you're referencing the show saying that he didn't want to do it. But all we've seen on the show thus far was David. And the thing that made David happy. And what David wanted. And how David didn't like Goldie, so you weren't supposed to like Goldie. And how David wanted to be a part of this and this, that, and this. All the entirety of Tamar Braxton Get Your Life has been basically nothing but the David show. So you can't get up here and try to play on out. Listen, because I hate that. You're not going to sit here and tell me that the sky is red, green, purple, blue, orange, and violet when I clearly sees that it's just straight blue outside. You're not going to do that, Tamar. Stop playing on our damn intelligence. That's an issue for me. Not to mention, Tamar, you need to be less concerned with trying to do something to take up for David, and you need to figure out a way to get your family or get back in your family good graces. See, your priorities is fucked up. You more worried and concerned about what people think about David. Girl, forget him. You need to be concerned about you, your life, your child, and your family. That's what you need to be concerned about. Not sitting up here trying to tell us, oh, everything between me and David were good and this, that, and this. Girl, we not buying it. We not buying it. People won't seeing it for David even when he was on the Braxton Family Values on the previous seasons. People won't seeing it for him then. They damn sure don't see it for his ass now. And instead of you being so concerned about that ugly ass, mop-headed, new growth having ass man, you need to be more concerned with what you can do to get back into your sister's good graces and get your family back together, girl. And to be honest, that goes for all of the Braxtons. I don't care about none of these outside forces that y'all are trying to come up against. Y'all need to be more worried and concerned about getting the sanctity of your family back in order. Fuck David. Y'all, all of y'all. Not just Tamar. Tamar, Tawanda, Tony, Trina, and Tracy. All of y'all need to be trying to focus and worried about where y'all went wrong as a family and what y'all can do once and for all to get back as a family unit. That's way more important than David coming for Tony and her kids. And that's how I honestly feel. David is another distraction as to why y'all are not focusing on what y'all need to be focusing on. David is the least of y'all worries. And that's just how I honestly feel. So Tamar, stop worrying about David. Stop coming into a defense of David. Stop trying to make people see it for David, because we never gonna see it for David, daughter. We already see David and we see her for her works. That's that. What y'all need to be concerned about is y'all and how to get y'all back on track. That's how I feel about it. That's how I see it. And I don't want no arguments from none of y'all about it. So that's all the tea I got. I ain't got no more to give you. Y'all drop down in the comments. Let's get the discussion popping. But as far as I'm concerned, David is the least of y'all worries. Y'all need to worry about y'all. Y'all family unit is fucked up. Like, it's completely horrible. I could never imagine my family being how y'all's are. I could never do it. I ain't come from no family like that. And I don't know whether it's because it got messed up when the cameras got involved, or whether it been messed up, but y'all tried to play it close for the cameras, and then the cameras really showed the cracks and crevices, peaks and valleys, mountains and molehills, craters and caves, and then you just couldn't hide from it no more. So then y'all, this is just how y'all really are with each other. But that need to be y'all main focus, not David. And with that, I'm out. Bye.
What you're giving, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians and choose to be an accountant because it's safe in the business.